Hello everyone and welcome to Be Stoic, your source of Stoic inspiration to navigate the challenges of modern life. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like all our videos and share them with your friends. This helps us grow and bring more Stoic wisdom into the world. And most importantly, let us know in the comments if this video helped you feel better. Your feedback is precious to us. Now, let's dive into the most powerful Stoic quotes that can transform the way we view life. 1. Introduction to Stoic Wisdom. Stoicism is more than just an ancient philosophy, it's a timeless guide for mastering the art of living. Born in the turbulent streets of ancient Greece and later refined in the heart of the Roman Empire, Stoicism has stood the test of time because its lessons are as relevant today as they were over 2,000 years ago. At its core, Stoicism teaches us how to live a fulfilled, serene, and resilient life, no matter what challenges we face. The beauty of Stoicism lies in its practicality. This philosophy doesn't ask us to withdraw from the world or deny our emotions. Instead, it offers a roadmap to help us navigate life's ups and downs with grace and clarity. In today's fast-paced, ever-changing society where stress, anxiety, and uncertainty often seem to be the norm, Stoicism provides a beacon of light, guiding us toward inner peace and mental fortitude. The teachings of great Stoic masters, Seneca, the Roman philosopher and statesman, Epictetus, the former slave-turned-influential teacher, and Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor of Rome, have provided timeless insights into the human condition. Each of these thinkers faced immense challenges, from exile and slavery to ruling a vast empire. Yet they found strength, wisdom, and peace through Stoic principles. Their words offer us not only theoretical insights but practical tools that we can use to transform our everyday lives. What makes Stoic quotes so powerful is their simplicity and depth. These are not just fleeting words of encouragement. They are enduring truths that, when applied, have the power to change the way we see the world. In this video, we will explore some of the most powerful Stoic quotes that can act as a compass, helping us find our way through the complexities of modern life. Whether you're facing personal struggles, professional challenges, or simply seeking greater meaning, these teachings have the potential to reshape your mindset and bring more tranquility, resilience, and fulfillment into your life. Stoicism teaches us that we cannot always control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond. And in this response lies our true power and freedom. So, as we journey through these profound quotes, remember that each one is not just a piece of ancient wisdom but a practical tool that you can use to cultivate a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version of yourself. 2. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Seneca. How many times have we found ourselves lying awake at night, worrying about problems that, in the end, never actually came to pass? We all have moments when our minds spiral into worst-case scenarios, making mountains out of molehills. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, wisely observed that we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. This quote is a powerful reminder that much of the pain we experience in life is self-inflicted, created by our own thoughts rather than actual events. Seneca's insight speaks directly to the human tendency to overthink and catastrophize. Our minds are incredibly powerful, capable of taking a small worry and turning it into a monumental fear. For example, we might worry about an upcoming presentation, imagining all the ways it could go wrong, forgetting our lines, stumbling over our words, or being judged harshly by others. Yet, in reality, these scenarios rarely happen, and even when they do, they are rarely as bad as we imagine. The suffering we endured in our minds far exceeds the actual discomfort we may face. The Stoics teach us that fear and anxiety often stem from our inability to separate what is real from what is imagined. By allowing our minds to run wild with possibilities, we end up creating unnecessary suffering for ourselves. This doesn't mean we should ignore genuine concerns, but rather we should learn to distinguish between rational thought and irrational fear. This quote from Seneca is a wake-up call, urging us to step back, take a breath, and assess whether our worries are grounded in reality or simply products of our overactive imagination. Adopting a Stoic mindset means training ourselves to focus on the present moment, rather than allowing our minds to wander into the realm of what if. The more we practice this, the more we realize that most of our fears are unfounded, and that by staying rooted in the present, we can maintain our inner peace. After all, life's true challenges are often less daunting than the ones we invent in our minds. Stoic tip: The next time you find yourself overwhelmed by anxiety, pause and ask yourself a few simple questions. Is this worry based on something that's happening right now, or am I imagining a future that may never come to pass? What evidence do I have that this fear is real? By questioning our thoughts, we strip them of their power and regain control over our emotions. Incorporating this practice into your daily routine can have a profound impact on your mental well-being. Whenever you feel yourself spiraling into fear or anxiety, ground yourself by focusing on the present moment. Take deep breaths, remind yourself of Seneca's wisdom, and let go of the imagined scenarios that do nothing but steal your peace of mind. In essence, Seneca's quote serves as a guidepost, reminding us that while we can't always control the external events of life, we have the power to control our inner narrative. By choosing to focus on what is real, we free ourselves from the prison of our own imagination and find greater clarity, calm, and strength to face whatever life brings our way. 3. It's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus. This profound quote from Epictetus is one of the cornerstones of Stoic philosophy and holds a powerful truth. Life is full of events beyond our control, but our response to those events is entirely up to us. At its core, Stoicism teaches that we have very little power over what happens around us. Whether it's a sudden change in circumstances, an unexpected obstacle, or even the actions and words of others. What we do have control over, however, is how we choose to respond to these situations. Imagine this. You're stuck in traffic, late for an important meeting. You feel frustration, anger, and helplessness rising within you. In moments like these, it's easy to blame external factors. Why did this have to happen to me today? Or, why is traffic always so terrible? But if we pause and reflect on Epictetus' wisdom, we realize that while we can't change the traffic, we do have a choice in how we respond to it. We can choose to let it ruin our day, or we can use it as an opportunity to practice patience, acceptance, and calm. Epictetus understood that external events are often random and unpredictable. They are neither inherently good nor bad. It's our interpretation and reaction to them that create meaning. Two people can experience the exact same event, yet have completely different reactions. One may see it as a disaster, while the other views it as a chance to grow and learn. This difference is rooted in mindset, and it's this mindset that the Stoics teach us to cultivate. The world can indeed be chaotic, unfair, and even cruel at times. There will always be things that disrupt our plans, challenge our expectations, or threaten our peace of mind. But what defines us is not the circumstances we face, but how we handle them. By choosing to remain calm, rational, and composed, we take back our power from the external world and place it firmly within ourselves. We shift from being victims of our circumstances to masters of our responses. Let's take another example. Imagine losing your job. It's easy to see this as a devastating blow, something that could shatter your sense of security and self-worth. But instead of dwelling on the loss, a Stoic approach would be to focus on what you can control: your attitude, your actions, and your future steps. Perhaps this unexpected challenge is an opportunity to explore new passions, develop new skills, or embark on a different career path that aligns more with your values and goals. In this way, your reaction transforms the event from a crisis into a chance for growth and reinvention. The power of choice. This is the heart of Epictetus' teaching. Our greatest power lies in our ability to choose our response. Every moment presents us with a choice. We can choose to react with anger, bitterness, and despair, or we can choose to respond with understanding, resilience, and acceptance. This is not always easy, but it is precisely in these difficult moments that we have the opportunity to practice the true essence of Stoicism. The more we exercise this power of choice, the more we cultivate inner strength and resilience. It's like training a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Over time, you'll find that you're less affected by external events and more capable of maintaining your inner peace, regardless of what life throws your way. Stoic tip. The next time you're confronted with a challenging situation, try this simple exercise. Pause and breathe. When you feel yourself reacting emotionally, take a deep breath. This moment of pause creates a space between the event and your reaction. Reflect. Ask yourself, is this something I can control? If not, then acknowledge that it's out of your hands and let it go. Choose your response. Decide how you want to respond. Will you react with anger, frustration, or panic? Or will you choose patience, understanding, and rationality? By practicing this exercise regularly, you'll find that your reactions become more measured, intentional, and aligned with your values. An inspiring example. Let's take inspiration from Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and renowned psychologist. Despite enduring unimaginable suffering in concentration camps, Frankl realized that while the Nazis could strip him of everything, his freedom, his family, his dignity, they could never take away his ability to choose his response. He chose to find meaning in his suffering, to maintain hope, and to keep his inner spirit alive. This is the ultimate expression of Epictetus' teaching, proving that even in the face of the most extreme circumstances, we still have the power to choose how we respond. Final thoughts. Epictetus' quote is a reminder that we are not defined by what happens to us, but by how we choose to face it. Every obstacle, setback, or hardship is an opportunity to practice our Stoic principles. By embracing this mindset, we can navigate life's challenges with greater courage, wisdom, and inner peace. And in doing so, we not only transform ourselves but also become a source of inspiration for others. For, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers and the Roman emperor, understood that our mental landscape plays a crucial role in determining our level of happiness. His quote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts," serves as a profound reminder that happiness is not found in external circumstances, possessions, or achievements but rather within our own minds. It is our thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes that shape our experience of the world around us. Think about it. Two people can face the same situation, but their experiences can be vastly different based on their thought processes. One person might encounter a rainy day and feel frustrated, thinking, "Great, now my plans are ruined." Meanwhile, another might view the rain as a refreshing change, an opportunity to relax indoors, or even a chance to appreciate the beauty of nature. The situation is the same, but the quality of their thoughts creates entirely different experiences. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that happiness is, therefore, an internal state that we cultivate by choosing the quality of our thoughts. If we allow our minds to be filled with negativity, envy, anger, or fear, we will inevitably suffer, regardless of our external circumstances. On the other hand, if we nurture thoughts of gratitude, kindness, acceptance, and compassion, we create a sense of inner peace and contentment that is not easily shaken by life's challenges. The power of positive thinking. This isn't about ignoring reality or pretending that bad things don't happen. Rather, it's about consciously choosing to focus on what is good, meaningful, and uplifting in our lives. Our minds have a natural tendency to dwell on the negative. It's part of our evolutionary survival mechanism. However, Marcus Aurelius encourages us to rise above this instinct and take control of our thoughts. By doing so, we regain our power over our own happiness. Imagine you've had a difficult day at work, filled with challenges and setbacks. You have two options. You can either ruminate on what went wrong, replaying the negative events in your mind, or you can choose to focus on the things that went right, however small they may seem. Did you handle a tough conversation with a colleague with patience? Did you make progress on a project even if it was just a little? These seemingly small shifts in focus can have a profound impact on your overall sense of well-being. The role of gratitude. One of the most effective ways to improve the quality of our thoughts is by practicing gratitude. When we actively look for things to be grateful for, we train our minds to focus on the positive aspects of our lives. This doesn't mean ignoring the challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It means acknowledging that even in difficult times, there is still something to be thankful for. Stoic tip. Practice gratitude every day by writing down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be monumental. It could be as simple as a warm cup of coffee in the morning, a kind word from a friend, or the fact that you have a roof over your head. Over time, you'll notice that this habit shifts your mindset, making it easier to find happiness in even the smallest moments. Transforming negative thoughts. Another aspect of cultivating high-quality thoughts is learning how to transform negative thinking patterns. The Stoics teach us that we are not our thoughts. We have the power to observe them, question them, and change them. For instance, when you catch yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," pause and challenge that thought. Ask yourself, is this really true? What evidence do I have that contradicts this belief? By questioning our negative thoughts, we diminish their power over us and make space for more positive, constructive thinking. Marcus Aurelius' practice of mindfulness. Marcus Aurelius himself was a master at cultivating the quality of his thoughts. He kept a journal, known today as Meditations, where he regularly reflected on his thoughts, emotions, and actions. This practice allowed him to gain insight into his own mind and to consciously choose thoughts that aligned with his values and principles. As a result, he was able to maintain a sense of inner peace and happiness, even amidst the tremendous pressures of being the Roman emperor. A real-world example. Consider the story of Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison. He could have easily succumbed to bitterness, anger, and despair, but instead he chose to focus on thoughts of hope, forgiveness, and freedom. This mindset not only sustained him during his imprisonment but also allowed him to emerge as a beacon of peace, wisdom, and inspiration for millions around the world. Mandela's life serves as a powerful testament to the idea that our happiness truly does depend on the quality of our thoughts, even in the most challenging of circumstances. Applying this wisdom in daily life. The next time you face a challenge or feel overwhelmed by negativity, take a moment to reflect on Marcus Aurelius' words. Ask yourself, how can I improve the quality of my thoughts in this moment? Can you find something to be grateful for? Can you reframe the situation in a more positive or empowering light? By consistently practicing this, you'll start to notice a shift in your overall mindset and mood. Final thoughts. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that happiness is an inside job. It's not about waiting for perfect conditions or chasing external achievements, but about taking responsibility for our thoughts and nurturing those that bring us joy, peace, and fulfillment. The quality of our lives is a direct reflection of the quality of our minds. By choosing to focus on what is good, uplifting, and meaningful, we have the power to transform our inner world, regardless of what happens in the external one. 5. Tranquility begins when we stop caring about things beyond our control. Epictetus. This quote from Epictetus is a powerful reminder that one of the greatest sources of inner peace is learning to let go of the things we cannot control. In life, we often find ourselves entangled in worries, anxieties, and frustrations over events, people, or situations that are entirely beyond our influence. Whether it's stressing over what others think of us, trying to control the actions of those around us, or feeling anxious about unpredictable circumstances like the weather or economy, we expend enormous amounts of mental and emotional energy on things we simply cannot change. Epictetus, in his teachings, emphasizes that this futile struggle against the uncontrollable is one of the main reasons why we experience stress and dissatisfaction. By constantly focusing on what is outside of our control, we drain ourselves of energy, robbing ourselves of the tranquility and clarity that come from directing our attention to what we can actually influence. The illusion of control. Many of us fall into the trap of believing that we can somehow control everything around us if we just try hard enough. We spend hours obsessing over how others perceive us, overanalyzing every decision, or trying to predict every possible outcome. However, the reality is that the vast majority of things in life are beyond our control. As much as we might wish to influence the opinions of others, avoid all possible risks, or have everything go according to plan, life is inherently unpredictable and often chaotic. By accepting this truth, we free ourselves from the illusion of control. This doesn't mean becoming passive or indifferent. Rather, it means understanding that our power lies in how we choose to respond to what happens, not in trying to manipulate the external world to fit our desires. The dichotomy of control. One of the most fundamental concepts in Stoic philosophy is the dichotomy of control, which Epictetus often highlighted. It's the idea that there are two categories in life: things we can control and things we cannot. Things we can control include our thoughts, actions, attitudes, and choices. These are aspects of our lives where we have genuine power. On the other hand, things we cannot control include the actions of others, the outcome of events, and external circumstances like the weather, traffic, or even the passage of time. By focusing on what we can control, we regain a sense of agency and empowerment. We learn to channel our energy into areas where it can have a meaningful impact, rather than wasting it on matters that are beyond our influence. This shift in mindset allows us to experience greater tranquility because we're no longer battling against forces we can't change. Practical example. Imagine you're preparing for a job interview. You've done your research, rehearsed your responses, and dressed appropriately. At this point, you've done everything within your control to prepare. However, you start to worry about factors beyond your control. What if the interviewer doesn't like me? What if they ask a question I'm not prepared for? What if there's traffic and I'm late? These thoughts can quickly spiral into anxiety, making you feel tense and overwhelmed. Applying Epictetus' wisdom, you can remind yourself that you've already done your part. The interviewer's perception, the traffic situation, or the questions asked are not within your control. By accepting this, you free yourself from unnecessary worry and allow yourself to focus on presenting the best version of yourself during the interview, regardless of the outcome. Learning to let go. One of the most challenging but liberating aspects of practicing Stoicism is learning to let go of things outside our control. It requires a conscious effort to identify when we're getting caught up in worries or frustrations over external events and to gently remind ourselves that these things are not ours to control. For example, you might feel frustrated because it's raining on the day you planned a picnic, or you're upset because someone criticized you unfairly. Instead of allowing these external events to ruin your peace of mind, ask yourself, is this something I can control? If the answer is no, then let it go. Shift your focus to what you can do. Perhaps reschedule your picnic for another day or reflect on whether the criticism holds any valuable insights you can use to improve. Stoic tip. Whenever you feel overwhelmed by worries, practice the following exercise. Take out a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle. On one side, write down everything that is worrying you, no matter how big or small. On the other side, identify which worries are within your control and which are not. Be honest with yourself about what you can truly influence. Let go of the things that are beyond your control. Remind yourself that these matters are not your responsibility and shift your focus to the things on the list that you can take action on. This exercise might seem simple, but it's a powerful tool for training your mind to focus on what truly matters. Over time, you'll find that your sense of tranquility increases, as you're no longer burdened by concerns over things you cannot change. An inspirational example. Consider the story of Admiral James Stockdale, a U.S. Navy officer who was held as a prisoner of war in Vietnam for over 7 years. During his captivity, he endured extreme hardship, torture, and uncertainty about his future. Instead of focusing on the things he couldn't control, like when or if he would be released, Stockdale applied Stoic principles to maintain his inner strength and sanity. He concentrated on what he could control: his mindset, his ability to resist his captors mentally, and the way he could support his fellow prisoners. This mindset not only helped him survive but also inspired others around him to stay resilient in the face of unimaginable adversity. Final thoughts. Epictetus' teaching reminds us that inner peace and tranquility are attainable, even in the most chaotic situations. By accepting that we cannot control everything and choosing to focus on what we can, we liberate ourselves from unnecessary suffering. We gain the mental space to respond to life with calm, clarity, and wisdom, rather than being constantly tossed around by the waves of external events. The next time you find yourself caught up in worry or frustration, take a step back and ask yourself, is this something I have control over? If not, let it go and redirect your energy to what you can influence. This practice, over time, will cultivate a sense of tranquility that no external circumstance can take away. 6. Conclusion and invitation to reflect. These powerful Stoic quotes are more than just words. They are guiding principles that can help us navigate the complexities of modern life with greater ease and strength. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, Stoicism offers us a path to inner freedom, reminding us that true power lies not in controlling external events, but in mastering our responses to them. Stoicism is not about ignoring our emotions or passively accepting whatever comes our way. Instead, it teaches us to approach life with a sense of calmness, resilience, and clarity, even in the face of adversity. By embracing these teachings, we can learn to find peace in the present moment, regardless of the challenges we face. The wisdom of Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius reminds us that our thoughts, perceptions, and actions are within our control, and it is through this mastery that we cultivate a life of fulfillment and tranquility. So, as you move forward, take these Stoic principles with you. When faced with difficulties, remember that your response is your greatest power. When you feel overwhelmed, ground yourself in the present. And when you find yourself drifting into negativity, redirect your thoughts toward gratitude and positivity. These small, consistent practices can have a profound impact on your life, helping you to become more resilient, more centered, and ultimately more at peace. Thank you. Thank you for watching all the way through. We hope that these Stoic teachings have offered you valuable insights and tools to approach life with a clearer mind and a calmer heart. If this video helped you see life differently or made you feel even a bit more at peace, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Don't forget to subscribe to Be Stoic, so you never miss out on more wisdom that can guide you through life's journey. And if you found value in this video, please like it and share it with someone who might benefit from these wise Stoic words today. By spreading this knowledge, we can help each other grow stronger, more resilient, and more grounded. Remember, you have the power to shape your own happiness, starting with the quality of your thoughts. We look forward to seeing you again on To Be Stoic. Until next time, stay calm, stay strong, and keep focusing on what truly matters.